And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Fitzpatrick now. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They give him a gain of 37.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Fitzpatrick again. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 13 carries, 74 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Touchdown, Broncos! Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. That's to Thomas, who makes a nice catch. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A very solid gain of 27.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Gibson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Gibson again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run with Gibson. And this time he is in. Yes. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 31. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the Washington offense heading out. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Taken in at the 22. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Now here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 43-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Coleman has it here right side. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. They'll get this to Coleman. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 from the 8. To throw is Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Touchdown! That's called. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 31, Bridgewater. Open man handler, that's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake. Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by McManus is good. And with it, they'll take the lead. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fan. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to the ground now with Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Bridgewater. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively. On 2nd and 10, Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Fitzpatrick. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Short yardage, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd and 12. Once more, Gibson. Oh, he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Completes it to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Oh, a good move at the 5. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater to Hamler, 1st down Broncos. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. Thomas has got it, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Humphreys. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Pass caught left side by Humphreys. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The quick slant caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd down and goal. Fitzpatrick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 1st touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting.